Vitalik Buterin was quoted back in 2022 saying that in his opinion, ZK rollups are going to dominate the L2 space simply because they have a fundamental advantage. And he also went on to claim that within 10 years, he thinks that all rollups will be zero knowledge, ZK. Even though they're harder to build on, they're much faster and they don't have that 7-day withdrawal period like the optimistic rollups. He went on to acknowledge that the ZK rollups are still a very immature technology, but innovative milestones are taking place daily. So Vitalik Buterin is bullish. Well, that makes me bullish. But what projects do you think of when you hear ZK rollup? Well, if you read my mind, then you would have said ZKSync. Of course, there are some others like Scroll and Polygon, ZK EVM, but ZKSync has been on this technology since day one, and they do seem to be the most hyped. So why do I like ZKSync so much? Let's do a quick recap. Vitalik's bullish, great tech, there's no token. No token means potential airdrop. Potential airdrop means potential money. And money, of course, means financial freedom. Financial freedom equals happiness. So today I'm going to show you guys step by step how you can position yourself to get the ZKSync airdrop and to help you guys find your financial freedom, find that happiness. Let's go.
Okay, let's go. Okay, let's go.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Thank you for tuning in. Welcome back to the Crypto Remora. My name is Wes, and this is Airdrop Alpha. Today, we're going to be going over ZKSync. And before we jump into step one, I do want to go over kind of the difference between the ZK rollups and the optimistic rollups. So ZK rollups is going to be, of course, like ZKSync, Scroll, and then we have the Polygon ZK EVM that they just started building on not too long ago. And then you have optimistic rollups, which is going to be projects like Arbitrum and Optimism. ZK rollups, they mainly focus on user privacy and they focus on transaction processing. So they use the zero knowledge proofs, which is a form of cryptography that validates transactions without revealing any details on the user's end and ensuring their privacy. So this allows the ZK rollups to process these transactions quicker than the optimistic rollups since they bypass that extensive validation. The downside to this is the complexity and the advanced technology that is needed to build on these L2s with the ZK rollups. And it's very challenging, and that may not be as attractive to some developers. Optimistic rollups, they assume transactions are valid unless they're challenged. The optimistic view expedites transaction processing by initially skipping the verification phase, and the downside is the challenge period, okay? So if you've ever used Arbitrum and you've tried to bridge back from the L2 back to the L1, you'll see that there's that 7-day waiting period. Well, that's the challenge period, and that's where the transactions can be disputed, and that delays finalization. Despite that, the compatibility that it has with the Ethereum tools just makes it way more simpler to develop on, right? To build on. So that is a little more attractive to developers. With that being said, let's jump into step one. All right, guys, so step one, we're going to go to the landing page of ZKSync. That's going to be zksync.io. And everything that we do from this point on is going to be from the landing page. And that is just to make sure that we're staying safe and that we're on the proper sites that we're supposed to be on, okay? It is very easy to kind of get mixed up and then click the wrong link, and then you could be in a lot of trouble. So that is what we don't want. So yeah, always start off from the landing page of the project that you are looking at. Double check it, triple check it. There's nothing more important than being safe, okay? All right, so from the ZKSync page, you can see at the top here, you have bridges, which is going to be the official bridge of ZKSync. We're going to go there and we're going to do at least one transaction on there. If you can do more from the official bridge, perfect. If not, I mean, this is just kind of the basic bare bones steps that you need to take to kind of align yourself to get the airdrop. You're going to do the main bridge first, okay? And that is going to take you to the portal, which is going to be portal.zksync.io/bridge. Probably give you a wallet warning, and just make sure you're signed in. Make sure you have Ethereum on your L1 wallet. The more popular one is MetaMask, so I'm just going to use MetaMask in this example. Make sure you have some Ethereum in your MetaMask, and then make sure you're on portal.zksync.io/bridge. Connect your wallet up here at the top right. As you can see, we are on the ZK-Sync network. And then if you go down to the bridge part right here, you have your Ethereum tab, and then you have your spot where you can put in how much. It'll show you what you have in your wallet, and then it'll show you where you're bridging it from. And then you're going to bridge it to ZK-Sync, as you can see right here. So you're just going to put your amount in. I recommend, like right now, the fees are a little higher. It can range anywhere from $15 to $25. You never know. So just make sure you have enough to make that transaction. And this is the painful part. I promise that it doesn't get much worse than this. This is where you're going to spend most of your money, okay, is doing it from the official bridge. But you do want to get at least that one transaction in, bridging from the L1 mainnet over to your L2 ZK-Sync wallet, okay? After you've done that, put in the amount, hit continue, make the transaction, approve the transaction in your wallet, and then that's it. Yeah, just let it process, and then we're going to go ahead and move on to the next step. Before we move on to the DApp that I want to show you guys where you can literally do everything from, I just want to open up the ecosystem tab here and just kind of give you an idea of different things that you can do, okay? There's going to be games on here. Everything that is from this tab is legit. It's official. Okay, so there's going to be games on here. There's going to be bridges. There's going to be dexes. There's going to be NFT dapps. There's going to be so much stuff, okay? So just get on here. I recommend just getting on here and playing around. You know what I mean? Start going down that rabbit hole. It is fun. I mean, I truly enjoy doing this kind of stuff, and it's why I like to share this stuff with you guys as well. So the main thing right now, and the whole point of this, is just kind of show you the quickest way to do a bunch of transactions for really cheap. All right, so the bridge is the painful part, like I was saying. All right, guys, let's move on to Synswap. I think this is a pretty important step. Synswap is native to ZK-Sync, and I believe it was one of the first original dApps on ZK-Sync. So very important. You can do a lot of stuff from here. But right now, the main focus is to interact with smart contracts. So you're going to go over here to the swapper, which is the trade tab. Pull up the swapper and just swap back and forth from Ethereum to USDC, back to Ethereum. Let me make one thing clear here. Do not swap all of your ETH into USDC. You always need to save a little bit of Ethereum for gas money, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit 75. I don't have much here. It's like $8. And I'm going to hit 75% right here on the tab. And you can see we're swapping from Ethereum to USDC. And this is all within the ZK-Sync, the ERA mainnet. You're not leaving networks. This is not a bridge. You're just making transactions within the network, okay? And we're swapping from Ethereum to USDC. Hit 75%, hit swap, wait for the transaction. So you just want to hit confirm, and there we go. All right, now that we have that, you want to hit the arrow, swap it around, and then you can do 100% USDC back to Ethereum. And they have a gas refund on here too. That was 60% gas refund. All right, and now I'm just gonna hit max. We got max in there, and then just hit swap, and there's another transaction. All right, hit confirm. And that's it. And then you can come over here to the pools tab. Look, this right here is where it gets very interesting, because this is where you can just make passive money, passive income, right? 32% APR on ETH USDC, hold station and ETH 5%. That's all right. But then they have the stables as well. Look at the stable coins. They're giving a good return on these. I mean, Stable Haven. 19.2%, right? And there's a lot of them. Just get on here and see which one you like. Always check and make sure there's plenty of TVL. You got to have that liquidity. And all this is you're providing trading pairs for people that like to trade, right? So if we didn't have this ETH USDT pair, no one would be able to swap Ethereum for USDT or USDT for Ethereum because there is no pool to pull the money from, right? All right, and that's Synswap. So now I want to go over here to app.rhino.fi. Okay, app.rhino.fi. All right, and this is really cool because you can do everything from here. You can make a bunch of transactions for really cheap from this D app. Essentially, what you're going to do is just go to this Mint NFT section right here, and if you look at it, this is a repeatable mint that you can do. And all we're trying to do is just build our transactions, build up the volume, and try to get in that top 50% or something like that. You know, you want to get in that top 50 to 30% if you want a really good airdrop allocation. So this right here is repeatable. All you got to do is just have like 0.002 ETH in your wallet on ZKSync Era, and just do a couple mints on that NFT. Okay, as long as you have 0.002 ETH, you can keep minting this NFT, and all it does is cost a transaction, and a transaction on ZKSync is very cheap. So whatever you bridged over from L1 to L2 in the portal tab, just spin that up on these mints, okay? And the cool thing I like about this is you can do other ones too. We're just focused on ZKSync on this video, all right? And then you can see when you scroll down, when you get into that top 30% of ZKSync Era users, you can mint another NFT, which is an exclusive NFT. And also, Rhino doesn't have a token yet. So you can also qualify for the Rhino token or whatever they're going to call it whenever they do release their token, okay? And just the more you do, and you can see it right here in the tab. You can keep up with your transactions, the volume, and what you got here and where you rank. So I think that is cool. Lastly, I want to take you to the bridge tab up here at the top. So if you look on the left side, there's portfolio and then there's bridge. Go to that bridge tab. And from here, you can bridge from L2 to L2, right? It doesn't have to be from Ethereum mainnet to another L2. You can bridge from a ZKSync to Arbitrum. You can bridge from Arbitrum back to ZKSync, but just make sure ZKSync is in the bar right there when you're using it, because that's what we're trying to do, is build up the ZKSync transactions, okay? And then what's cool about this is you can scroll down and you'll see they have Rhino NFT, which we just did. That's the same tab that it'll take you to. And then they have the mute tab right here. They got Synswap and Derivio, and these are all different things, okay? If anything, do the Rhino NFT, do the bridging from L2 to L2, and at least go to Synswap and just kind of go from ETH to USDC back to ETH, and just play around, man. Who knows, you might actually enjoy it. And again, go to the ecosystem tab, play around on there too, man. Like, check out some NFTs, check out some games. The best transactions are the ones that come from, natural discovery. And I think that's probably it for this video, guys. So thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for being here. Good luck with the farming. Make sure you're following us on all socials at the Crypto Remora. Make sure you're following Siri at Siri Crypto and myself at Crypto MacGyver. That's going to do it. Much love to you guys. And until next time, peace out.